My name is Francis Onyekwere. I am the customer success manager at Bujeti, and I've been in basically the customer experience industry for 6 years. It didn't basically start off that way. It's not something I wanted to do. I have a bachelor's degree in economics, but it's kind of something you stumble into. And what started off as a stopgap basically in between taking my ICAN exams eventually turned out to be a career choice at the end of the day. It's for the past 5 years I've been in the fintech space, so it's been a very fun, shall I say, ride, and it's basically what has led me to Bujeti. The experiences over the past 5 years for different fintech companies, from an internship that turned out to be a full-time job with Flutterwave to working for the likes of PD, also Zazu as well in that time. I always love to see all the jobs I've done in the past 5 years, 6 years. They've all been linked in some sort of way. Again, back to my days at Flutterwave. I've very crazy enough. I've worked for close to six companies in the last 5 years. Always seem to be linked for some reason. From people I meet at work who basically based on experiences at work would recommend for other jobs. I started off majorly in the customer experience, customer support part. So again, the idea would be the day-to-day was basically just engaging clients, but that soon changed basically to something more. So it was more of the experience and success part. And I think that sort of what again eventually led to Bujeti would be I got a LinkedIn, should I say, invite from my current COO, Sami Sheba. And I think that basically came from the places I've worked in and basically what my profile looks like on LinkedIn. What stood out for me for Bujeti? Again, I would liken it to, I think, again, most of the experiences I've had. So the first time Sami reached out to me on LinkedIn, I honestly hadn't heard about Bujeti. Yeah, because fintech space is something that there's a fintech. Fintech basically is being formed maybe every week, right? Always a new fintech, always a new company on the block trying to improve on services. I think so. What stood out for me, Benjoli, was what they were into. So I had worked with companies that basically worked on, or what they did essentially was just cross-border payments. But Bujeti was then something more. Yeah, you could have your payments, but it was something more in terms of financial management, right? Which basically caught my eye. The experience so far, been here for 6 months, and it's been very it's a roller coaster of emotions, right? It was a lot because of it was a new phase, a new environment for me. New environment, very deep, steep learning curve, right? But so far, it's been great. In terms of the work ethic, I think it's something I hadn't seen in the past 5 years in terms of being accountable, responsible with what you are tasked with. But yeah, all in all, very good place, great experience. I think a time I can say, what we're doing basically helps a client or a customer. I think that would be during our customer service week visits, first full week of October. So we basically visited clients. So before then, it's always emails, Zoom or Google Meet meetings. So yeah, you meet them, you have the conversation, but it didn't feel real until we met in person, we them at their offices, and saw up close what we do on and how the solution we are providing them basically helps them. One company in particular, basically what they do is events planning, and having the conversation as to how they would use or how they use the solution Jet provides was an eye opener, because the idea basically is you are providing a solution that speaks to financial management, and it's more a case of how has what you've built, how can companies basically bend what you've built to suit them. All right. So hearing how their workflows or how Bujeti integrated into their workflows was something that I think it became more real at that point as to what our solution was providing. For me, personal habits or routines as well as philosophy. I think so. First, for me, the habit would be ensuring every minute I have counts. So again, the job speaks more to time management. How are you able to manage your time? Because of course, there's always something to do. There's always something to do. So most times I tend to plan out what I want to do for the day before, so I understand what I'm supposed to do at every given hour. But a personal philosophy of mine, I think it has become a personal philosophy. But the first time I heard it was when I had an internship with a company earlier on in my career. It's better to do what's right than what is easy. It's a philosophy, and that basically helps me to give my best. So the idea is doing what's easy. It's like I would have an issue with a client, so rather than you know getting to the root of it, ensuring that issue doesn't occur again, I could basically give an excuse basically that just helps the customer move on, right? So it might be what's easy, but it's not long lasting. So if you always do what's right, it basically makes your work easier. It might be harder at the beginning, but it makes it easier in the long run. Okay, an achievement that I'm most proud of. I think that would be implementing periodic conversations with certain clients. And one of the reasons why I'm proud of that is it sort of closes. So in the customer success experience space, feedback is something that you need from your clients. It's something you need to grow from, because um, where you have issues, or again, the most dangerous clients are those that don't complain, to be honest, that have issues and don't complain. Because what that basically means is once they are fed up or once the cup is full, they basically will just pivot or move on to the next your close competitor basically. So I think it was something I'm very proud of, because that sort of like provided a platform to actually get feedback from clients as to what it is they are going through, and the period setting it up periodically basically give the clients the freedom. They are easier. It's easier for them now to actually have conversations. So it's more unless you're having a conversation with an advisor rather than a client. So since they see you as an advisor, they see you as you trying to provide value. It's easier for them to open up to you than just the customer support, customer relationship, where they know you just want to ensure that you meet your KPIs, and you see them basically seeing them like as a number or a statistics as it were. So setting up that periodic sync with clients is something I'm really proud of. Something I wish people could see beyond the tickets or dashboard. Yeah, there is. I think the whole lot of work that goes into what should I say the solution looks like or businesses see, right? So one thing I'd notice is I think with engagement with clients or customers, I think they sort of feel based on the output we push, they overestimate the people behind the scenes, right? So what I mean is um, based on what we have in terms of the number of people we have supporting clients, right? Based on how we push ourselves to ensure we actually give clients what they need, clients tend to feel maybe we have like a whole army of people behind the scenes, but technically it's not that we're not that big. It's just people that understand what we need to do. So even if that means staying late hours, calling outside of work, reaching out over the weekend just to ensure it's resolved, booking a meeting to meet the clients in person, even though you have other things to get done, right? So that's one thing I again wish people could see in terms of the should I say culture of customer support success, Bujeti. How my time at Bujeti has shaped me personally, professionally. I think it's sort of pushed me in terms of learning, pushed me out of my comfort zone. Yeah, having close to 5 years experience in fintech for cross-border payments, then all of a sudden switching to financial management. It might look like again they're in the same, falling under the same bracket, but I kid you not, there's a whole lot of difference, especially in terms of engaging clients and also moving from, say, what we call a B2C, business to customer, to a complete business to business model. It's sort of like pushed me more to learn more. And in terms of what the customer experience budgeting means to me, I think I had a conversation recently with my line manager. It's something that I don't tend not to know what to basically do myself when I'm not working. Doesn't sound healthy, yes, I understand, but I take my work very seriously. So in terms of what it means to me, it's like a family for me, because I spend more of my time with people at Bujeti, people in the customer success team, than my immediate family, or my nuclear family, as it were. So yeah, that's what it means to me.